And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is Our Life. So, I just ran into somebody over there on Facebook who lived on the same street I did when I lived there. When he lived on the same street I did
Oh
at the
no!
same time I lived on that street.
Oh, damn it.
On Okinawa. Let's see. He lived there from 70 to 73. It's actually a long time to live. Under those circumstances, it's a long time to live at one location. In 5 years, we had 4 houses.
Wow.
Yeah,
You like to move, didn't you?
yeah.
I'm sure your
First
mother just
two,
loved that too.
yeah, first two were off base. The last two were on base.
I'm sure your mother just
You
loved
know,
the hell out of that.
you know,
And pack everything up and move.
then you had to be careful with the movers; they would steal your stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. So, anyway,
that bad, huh?
yeah. So, um, so Jeff, I believe that's your name. Uh, yes, Jeff.
Well, to me, if you're dumb enough to steal dishes, you're really pretty stupid.
Anyway, Jeff, that's my beautiful wife in the background that you're hearing there. So I'm going to talk about Cleveland Court. Yes, I'm going bald. I mean, if I'm sure we knew each other. Yeah, I didn't look this bald back then. Thank goodness. Do I even have a picture that I can grab of me at that age? I don't think I have one I can grab. Maybe I'll provide you a face to link book, a link to Facebook. I don't know because I think I changed my privacy settings. Anyway.
Face the link book?
Yeah.
Okay.
um, so Cleveland Court. I would also walk home from school. I remember that. I remember when it would rain. I had this yellow slicker, and I would walk home like we had the rainy season, and I'd walk home, you know, collecting rainwater in my mouth. I,
Didn't poison you.
I was a little kid. Um, there was the officers club. I remember going there. I call it F Boom, Fort Buckner's Open Officers Mess. They used to have a black mug, and it had the Tory Gate on it, and it said F Boom on it. And lost that in the fire. But anyway, so let's see, how might you have known me? Am I going to give my name? Not sure if I want to give my name, but my dad was James Connor, Major, United States Army Reserves, Active Reserves. My mother was Sarah Elizabeth Huthwell Connor, Elizabeth Sarah Connor. She was actually our school nurse at one point. She was a Red Cross nurse. Do you remember a kid getting his finger bit off by a snapping turtle? My mother told me about that. Now, remember in school, when we had the thermoses, were the thermos bottles, the inside, the insulating material was glass. And yes, we were kids, right? And we'd drop it or something and it would break. So, and you couldn't tell when you were pouring the milk or what juice or whatever. So you'd have to feel in there. One day a kid drank some glass.
Ew.
And it cut up his throat, and I was telling the teacher, give him bread, make him eat bread, because what the bread does is it helps to clot. It's like a temporary bandage. It'll go in there and stop the bleeding until you can get the kid to hospital. The thing is, there was no hospital on that base. Not that I recall, not even a clinic that I know of.
Crazy.
Yeah. Actually, one of my friends on Facebook, she was a nurse at one of the hospitals on Okinawa when we lived there. When you lived there. Let's see. Our dog, he was a dachshund. His name was Laddie. Our neighbor hit him with a car. And my sister, Cindy Connor, at the time she was just a baby. She was from Korea. And yes, remember the ball fields? Remember we'd have We have an Easter egg hunt over there. They had the little playground over there by the ball fields, and we'd have Easter egg hunts over there. And I got the chicken pox.
Uh-oh.
Now, our house was not at the end of Cleveland Court. There was one other house. Our house had a poinsettia growing on one side of it, and it was taller than the house was. And there was a tree, and then there was another house, and we would have been on the south side of that street of Cleveland Court. Um, and the kid who lived in the house next to us, he had the chicken pox. We weren't supposed to, get close to somebody if they had the chicken pox. Well, we didn't touch each other, but like he handed me something,
Yeah.
and I reached my hand out and I took it, and I got the chicken pox.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's how I lost my hearing, because I had real bad ear infections back then.
I bet your mother just loved you.
Yeah, and she was not.
Sorry, to skin you.
Yeah.
To skin you alive.
And my parents could figure out where it came from, because it kind of,
next door, damn it.
yeah, it went from one kid to another kid to another kid, so you knew where it was coming from. There was somebody lived on that street, had a little home library that they would loan out books to the other kids on the street. Another kid, his father, I think, was a pilot for one of the big airlines, and I think there was some new jet, supersonic transport jet. I mean, remember, back in those days, we were still flying in DC-3s. I mean, jets were common, but it wasn't uncommon to see, propeller-driven aircraft back then.
I remember my brother was on Okinawa.
Oh, yeah. My wife's brother was on Okinawa when we were there.
In the military.
Yeah. Air Force.
He was Air Force.
There was a kid, I don't know if he was Okinawan or Japanese, and I still feel bad about this. We went and played at each other's houses, right? Oh, hello, Miss Maggie. This is our mama cat.
Semi-friendly.
You want to say hi to everybody? Say hello. Yeah, I don't want to look at the... Oh.
She's kind of a shy girl.
Yeah. But
she's friendly with us.
His parents had a little Buddhist altar in their bedroom, and there was a cup of rice, and I went and ate some of it.
Oh.
You're not supposed to do that, but...
I wonder how old that rice was. So was it cooked or was it raw?
It was cooked.
And I wonder how long that rice has sat there.
So...
Might have been kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to like to wear Daniel Boone or David Crockett costume all the time.
Well, you're like some boys.
Yeah, I mean, and there was. Remember the
kind of a typical boy thing.
Yeah, remember behind some of the houses, like where there would be a house here, a street, and then a house here, an alleyway, and then a house, and there would be this bricked up area where you'd put like your garbage cans, and some of the teenagers, they kidnapped us.
Like a little box thing for them.
Yeah, just to like make it so it looked clean and neat. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
One apartment complex we lived in had a little thing like that. You just put your garbage can in there.
Yeah.
Then they made you buy each apartment had to buy a garbage can and put it in there. And instead of having a garbage dumpster.
Yeah.
Like dumbass.
Well.
It's a dumpster.
But let's see. I remember some kids had a playhouse, and it was like a clubhouse. Because we were at that age where we would start calling it a clubhouse and not a playhouse. And, you can't come in here.
Clubhouse, playhouse, whoopty-woo. What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the clubhouse? It's our club.
So, I don't know what else to say right now. I mean, offhand, that's most of what. Remember the B-52s flying over? Oh. My sister used to get scared to death. She'd start screaming. And but you know, every day like clockwork, here they come. My wife's brother, he was building bombs over in Thailand for the Air Force. But anyway,
was he the ones? What did you say? There was the ones that weren't even officially there.
the SR-71 Blackbird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were there, but
weren't officially there.
Yeah, nobody admitted to it. Yet you could watch them take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what's that thing that just flew over my head?
Yeah. So
it scared the bejesus out of everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, I would love to hear back from you, and
maybe the kids.
Maybe we knew each other. Maybe we were friends. That was a long time ago. Bye bye.